Hey, how y'all doing? Rashad the Great back with another video. This is going to be part 3 of Life is Like a Movie. So I talked about, the good parts, the bad parts, the bad seasons, the dark chapters. That's when you need to lock into God evermore. And that's what we tend to do. We tend to pray more when we are brokers. When someone is brokers our heart, through the sad, depressing moments, that's when people usually find God. That's what we call jailbird religion or jailhouse religion. It's when they get close to God after they have to spend some time in jail or in a bad situation. But again, the key is to never forget God, whether you're in a good season or a bad season. But how do you get out of this bad chapter? If it's a financial issue, you might have to find a better job. You might have to go back to school. You might have to cut off the friends and the family members that's always asking you for money for dumb stuff. They're not even asking you money to help pay their bills. They're asking for money so they can go to the club, so that they can go eat fast food, so that they can, just do something dumb. And even when it is something important, if I learned this a long time ago, if I can't financially do it, if it's gonna hurt me financially, I don't do it. If I can't afford it, I'm not gonna do it. Some of y'all keep having 3 or 4 kids and 7 kids, and you wonder why you broke. Because you don't have the financial capacity to have kids. And nobody gonna tell you that but me. Is nobody gonna tell you that but me. Most channels will never tell you that. You can't afford a luxury car if you have a part-time job. If you have a minimum wage job. If you don't make luxury money. If you don't make the type of money you want to make. You have to get a roommate. I've done it. You have to survive these hard seasons. You have to change where you shop at. I don't even have subscriptions, and I can afford them. I don't have no subscriptions to nothing. To nothing. I have no subscriptions. No Amazon Prime. I haven't had Netflix in several years. I just had a Hulu subscription, but that was free. Like, if it's not usually gas or food or travel, I usually don't pay for nothing else. That's it. And I buy my clothes on Black Friday. You gotta learn to survive the darkest seasons in your life by whatever means possible. Being abstinent saves money. Couponing. Shopping where you get your groceries at. If you don't have a Whole Foods type job, go to Aldi's. And even if you do have a Whole Foods type of job, 6, 7, 8 figure type job, shop at Aldi's. What is it gonna hurt? Aldi's has organic fruits and vegetables. It is what it is at this point. You gotta do what you need to do. You gotta make more money and spend less money. Find a way to make more money, spend less money. Cancel the subscriptions, close your legs, be abstinent until marriage. You gotta do whatever it takes to be successful. And that's why I'm successful, because I do whatever it takes. I applied for over 34 jobs the other day. What was it, Wednesday? 34 jobs. I worked out and applied for jobs the whole day. 34 jobs, man. What are you talking about? People quitting after they apply for 10 jobs. They quitting after they got turned down for 2 weeks. Are you kidding me, bro? I don't know how many jobs I applied for in my life. Probably thousands upon thousands. How many no's I got? I applied for thousands of jobs and maybe got hundreds of interviews. 10%. That's the best you're going to get. Unless you got a lot of experience. That's about the best you're going to get. Unless you got a gang of experience. Unless you got 5, 10, 20 years of experience. But if not, anyways, I'm about to go to the gym. Y'all got to survive those dark times. Suicide is not the answer. Drugs is not the answer. Porn is not the answer. God is the answer. You gotta spend more time with God. You gotta spend more time with God this year. You gotta lock in. You gotta lock into whatever your goals and dreams are. You gotta lock in so that you can have a greater future. That's why I'm not really doing 75 hard no more. I gotta lock in. I gotta finish my grad school. I gotta get that out the way. Then I can go back to 75 hard. But I'm focusing on my grad school. I'm focusing on going to the next level. I'm focusing on getting 6 figures this year. I'm focusing on getting the biggest health that I can. I want to be in tip-top shape. I want to be in tip-top shape. I want to be the best in shape in any room I ever go to. I want to be one of the richest dudes in any area, any world that I go to. That's the type of life I want to be. But I got to go work out. Hopefully y'all worked out today. Rashad the Great. Like, comment, subscribe, turn your notifications on. And yeah, man, that's how you survive. Because life is like a movie. But what kind of chapter you want depends on you. It depends on entirely on you. What type of chapter you want. What type of movie you want your life to be. A drama, a tragedy, a horror film, or you want it to be one of the greatest stories ever told. Don't just make good decisions, make godly decisions so you can have a great life. Like, comment, subscribe, turn the notifications on. Rashad the Great. Have a great day. Let's go. Let's go!